semi-final Saturday, and that's what's happened already. Coming up next, we've got women's doubles, and it is Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning up against Jia Yifan and Zhang Xuxian. Well, only 5 seeds left in the draw, a quarter-final stage, and 5 different nationalities. Look at that, 3 pairs from Korea, and all 3 Korean pairs lost in the quarter-final stage. If you were with us earlier, you will have seen a very impressive Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitaran come through, beating Matsuyama and Shida in 2 straight games. So the Malaysians will try and make history tomorrow. No Malaysian pair has ever won this Japan Open title, but who will they play? We know it's going to be a Chinese pair, but which Chinese pair? We are about to find out. Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. The defending champions won the title a year ago, beating Baek Na and Lee So-hee in the final. It's a 3rd consecutive appearance for them here at the Japan Open. The Olympic silver medalists a year ago in Paris, and since then they've pretty much made the world #1 spot their own. Isn't that a typical picture of the hugely entertaining and wonderful character of Jia Yifan? She, of course, the left-hander, and is the reigning Olympic champion. She has twice been a beaten finalist here at the Japan Open with her Olympic gold medal winning partner Cheng Cheng. So, for the left-hander, trying to reach a 3rd final here, and I'm a little bit concerned that her left calf muscle is so heavily strapped. I came down to the arena on the same bus as her. Not that she would have let on if she was injured. So this will be a 5th meeting between these 2 pairs, and of the previous 4, as you can see, honours are shared, but the last time they played was the final of the Malaysia Masters last month. 2 straight games, as you can see, 21-17, 21-18 in 48 minutes.
Okay, please wait. 3rd ball receive. New receive. Okay. Service. Okay, good luck.
So, Jia Yifan and Zhang Xuxian won the toss of the coin. It chose to remain the near side of the court, as I understood it. And then the defending champions said, well, we would like to receive. So, really quite astonishing from the defending champions. As we look at the youngest player on court, Liu Shangshu, 21 years of age, from Liaoning, coastal province in northeast China. She and her partner are enjoying their 27th week in total. It's their 3rd spell, incidentally, as world #1s. And they're #3 on the race to the World Tour finals as well. 22-year-old Tan Ning from the landlocked province in south-central China of Hunan, means south of lake, referring to Dongting Lake. Looking at their results, well, no problems until the quarter-final when they played against Mayasara and Ramadanti. of Indonesia dropped the opening game, and they were actually 15-16 down in the second game. Promptly won 6 of 7 points to win it, 21-17 and 21-16 in the deciding game. So this is the Olympic champion, the 28-year-old. She turned 28 last month. As I was telling you, a two-time beaten finalist here at this event. And this is her a 5th semi-final at the Japan Open with a 3rd different partner, because not only did she obviously reach the semi-finals with Cheng. Last year she was a semi-finalist with Li Wenmei. How versatile is that? Her partner, her regular partner now, making her 4th consecutive appearance here, is Zhang Xian. Never previously beyond the 2nd round of this particular event. Well, they have twice been taken the full distance in the last 2 matches, in the 2nd round against the number 6 seeds, Iwanaga, and the left-handed Nakanishi. And then in the quarter-final, the beaten finalists from last year, the number 4 seeds, Baekar and Lee So-hee, dropped the 2nd game in both of those matches. So our court officials for this one, umpire Sakurai from Japan, and Raidi from Malaysia is the service judge.
And both those 2 last matches from Jia Yifan and Zhang Xian was over 80 minutes, so that's perhaps there the explanation to the strapping on the left calf of Jia Yifan is to be found.
Yeah. Almost 3.5 hours for their 3 matches to get to the final. Semi-final,
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Liu Shenxiu and Tang Ning, China. And on my left, Xie Yifeng and Zhang Shichen, China. Xie Yifeng to serve to Liu Shenxiu. Love ball, play.
So it is the unseeded pair, left and right-hander Jia Yifan and Zhang Xian. Nearest to us, getting this semi-final underway against last year's champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. Of course, Steve, for anybody that's watched these 2 pairs previously, the first thing that most people would probably notice is that the defending champions are physically very strong.
Yeah, there's 3 players here that are a little bit stronger than the 4th, in my opinion. Zhang Xian, not as physically strong as the 3 others, but she's got a really good game for the front court play. The question mark is whether she can sort of stand her ground at the back court. And from when Jia Yifan was playing with Chen, we know that Jia Yifan is also quite dangerous. It can be dangerous at the front court. So will Zhang Xian be able to set her up from the back court against these 2 very strong physical players, Liu and Tan?
But we also do know that this lady, if she's made to change direction, sometimes struggles a little.
Yeah.
I don't think she's fully physically developed at the age of 21. I think her leg muscles can get a bit stronger, and then she'll probably be able to change direction better and be even faster around the court. Oh, look at that tumble serve, isn't that just a beauty?
That's another thing that's sort of a signature of Liu and Tan. Both of them can do the tumble serve.
4-1.
this block.
Wait, jump smash. Jump drop.
And finds the net.
2-4.
Well, of course, the defending champions obviously want to try and be in the final and retain their title. It's been a long old while since a women's doubles pair has won 2 consecutive titles at the Japan Open.
Oh.
You have to go back 26 years. And in fact, Gefei and Gu Jun, it was their 3rd consecutive title they won in '99.
They were so dominant.
They were just, they changed women's doubles.
Yeah.
Just a fabulous pair. But if you think of all the good Chinese pairs since then, Yao Ning, Wang Sui, and
5.
of course the 2012 Olympic champions Xiao Yunlei and Tang Qing.
That's right. Du Ying and Yu Yang, have they won it? 2008. Gold medalists.
They didn't win 2.
No.
Not consecutive.
Time's over. 6,
They
3.
didn't win it at all.
No, they didn't.
Wang Xiao Li won 2 consecutive, but
She
with
did.
two different partners. We're not there yet, though. I think this could be a very interesting match.
7-3.
Missed it.
And that's the second time. The very first rally of this match, she missed the same kind of shot.
7.
This one was clearly out. The first one, she gave a little bit closer look. I think had it not been the first one, she would have challenged back then.
That's a nice defense.
Over. 8.
The one on the outer side of Zhang Yufan, that one, yeah, made a change from forehand stance to backhand, and that forced a weak reply, so they were able to put it away on Zhang Shushan.
That's a wonderful net shot from Tang Ning.
9-4.
Another rally of 24 shots. Oh, it's just wide by a whisker. Oh, it's called good.
3 language signal, please. In.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Share different challenges called in.
I saw it wide just as usual.
Wow.
I thought the Chinese, would be a Chinese that was challenging, but I thought it was Liu and Tan who was challenging because it was called wide. But it's good.
Toward the line. Well done, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 10-4. Play.
What a tumble serve.
And to the mid-game interval. And it's a very handsome lead at the moment for the defending champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. 7-point advantage and 11-4.
对对，我们基本上都没问题。他们实际上可能会在某个环节的话，就把会加速，会加速，对对对，可能会受洗，会受几个加速经验。你看，好。
20 seconds. 20 seconds. You count forward. Level 4. Play.
So 11-4 the scoreline for last year's champions Liu Shangshu, and Tang Ning as play resumes. Well, that's a pity from Zhang fans' perspective, because it was just going through my mind. Of course, there's no coaches involved because both pairs from China and the coaching staff don't want to show favouritism. And it was just going through my mind, I bet Zhang Fan is saying, come on, look, we can't defend so much. We've got to look to get the shuttle going in a downward direction. Yeah. And that's what they did in the very first rally after the resumption of play. But what do you do against that? I mean, that's just brilliant.
Totally dominant. And I was thinking, Jia Fan and Zhang Shushan, they chose ends, and the way I see it, they've chosen to play against the drift here in the first game. And that's a little bit strange because normally you want to finish playing up against the drift, but I think perhaps they feel that they need that little help, basically giving their attacks a little bit extra bite, but also making it sometimes difficult for their opponents to get the right length on the shots, perhaps, in an eventual second game. But it's a commanding lead, and one of the things you said in the first part of the first game, that Tan Ning is playing a great net shot. She looks really confident in this match here. We've sometimes seen her where she doesn't look so confident, especially on the front court. And here she looks like she's played this match a number of times in practice, and she knows what's coming from her opponents.
Also, I think she looks not just confident, but focused. Yeah. And I can't help but think, you know, the number of experimentations and of changing of partnerships, not just with the Chinese team, you know, with we know that the Japanese women's doubles pair we looked at just a moment ago, they're splitting up, and the Malaysian mixed doubles pair split up and got back together again. I think she's wanting to make a point that
this is a combination, and you can rely on us.
Exactly.
But it also creates this sort of like uncertainty. I thought about it when we had this mixed doubles with the two Chinese pairs that have been split and so on. It creates uncertainty not only for the ones involved in the split, but because badminton is a chaos system, so you can't control the thoughts and imaginations of the other pairs. So you start thinking, what about, am I in danger? Are we going to be split? Am I going to get a partner that I don't want? Or what's going on? What's the plan with me? And it
Well,
might
not-
all be fantasies, but they're real to the players that has these fantasies.
Exactly. And what does that say? You know, if does the player think, oh, the coaches don't have faith in me?
Yeah.
There's all sorts of question marks in your own mind.
Yes.
17-5.
Oh, this is certainly one-way traffic, isn't it, at the moment?
That's a good rally.
Service over. 6-17.
Yeah, what a difference when they manage to get the shuttle going in a downward direction.
Yeah, and I think they need to try and get to that formation, Zhang Shushan and Jia Yifan. The question mark is then whether Jia Yifan will be able to sort of set Zhang Shushan up at the front court, and if Jia Yifan can't do it, then it's who can then?
Yeah.
Service
Almost
over.
just as powerful
18.
in a smash as Liu Shangshu is Jia Yifan, in my opinion, but she's got another thing going, and that's the steepness, and that it comes from the left hand, so there's some openings that are very difficult to handle for right-handed players.
Service over. 7-18.
Wow. Directions.
Service over.
Do you know, that
19,
you've always talked, Steen,
7.
about the serve return and third shot being vital in all doubles disciplines. But, you know, I think with this Chinese pair we're looking at right now, I think that they're taking it to the sort of level of the men's doubles.
Yes,
the importance
yeah, exactly.
of
Because
lucky
in,
net court.
in women's doubles before,
20,
it's always been
game
like, okay,
point,
you can always lift.
7.
That's not the case anymore.
Yeah. So a whole host of game point opportunities.
Game.
And one is all that's required.
First game won
21-7
by Liu
in open
Xinshu
game
and
by
Tang
last
Ning.
year's
21-7.
Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. 15 minutes. Really a masterclass in that open game. Liu and Tang.
Seconds. 20 seconds.
.10,000 seater capacity in this magnificent
Second game.
arena, the Tokyo
Double.
Metropolitan Gymnasium.
Play.
So here we go, second game. Liu Shanshu and Zhang, one game to the good, and really it was surprisingly one-sided. Maybe the change of ends will bring a change of fortune for the pair in the blue kit. Oh, it's just wide. Challenge here.
Challenges pulled out.
Zhang Shuxian.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 1-4.
Well, even if the shuttle is awfully close, I do wonder, Steen, sometimes about players challenging so early in a game. You've got to keep challenges up your sleeve.
Yeah, and what happens if here later on in the first part of the second game there's one that you're not really certain of, but you're a little bit more certain than now? Do you really want to risk the last challenge?
Yeah.
So early?
Exactly.
Service over. 2-1. Over 2-0.
Perhaps one of the mentally forced errors that we've discussed throughout the week, that because your opponent has played with high quality, then you tend to overdo your shot a little bit, want to play it extra sharp.
Oh, lucky net cord.
3-2.
Both players immediately apologising for the good fortune from Liu Shanshu. Oh, I think that's another forced error.
Yes, Zhang Yifan getting so close to the place where Tan Ning wanted to return.
Yeah, sheer threat of her presence there.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely defence. That's 2 blocks when she, although she's had to play a little push and a net shot. That's a lovely defence. Good rally. The longest of the match so far too. Oh, that's so lovely clear. Nice. brilliant. Oh, wonderful women's doubles.
5.
That's a super rally. But Steve, at the start of the rally, I was pointing out that Zhang Xian, sometimes when she comes forward, I don't think she applies enough pressure.
No.
It's too soft, too predictable.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the thing is that if you have a little advantage, then you want to work on getting that advantage bigger on each shot. Whereas if you play it a little bit too soft or too passive, then it goes back to sort of like 50-50 for the rally, and your partner have to start over again, working just as hard as she did previously.
Exactly. I thought it was a long rally, 67 shots that last rally. Oh, 67 wonderful shots.
Play.
The drive from the front.
6-3.
You sort of alluded to it earlier, Steen.
I did.
About the fact that Zhang Xian reads the game nicely at the front of the court, and I agree. I think, as I've just said, she needs to be more aggressive sometimes at the front of the court. But do you think that's their favoured formation? Should they try and get in that formation as much as possible? Look at that.
Yeah,
she just let the shuttle come to her and then lifted it.
I think they should, but I'm not sure that's what they're working on.
No. Okay.
And I mean, as an opponent, I would try to let them play in the other formation that Zhang Xian work from the backcourt. I would flick her very, very often and hope that she wasn't able to penetrate the defense of the pair I was coaching. I think this is where they could be the more dangerous.
Third over, 4-7.
A little stamp of frustration. Absolutely amazing defence. That's better. I know she missed it, Steen.
Yeah.
But that rushing to the net and trying to be aggressive when she's gone forward.
Exactly.
I'd love to see more of that.
It's been interesting to watch the Chinese experiment in the mixed doubles with switching partners, where it's obvious that switching partners with the best two mixed doubles pairs hasn't worked out because they are the best pairing with the different skills that each player has. And here, well, we have a pairing, Jia Yifan and Zhang Xian. They're probably the best second pair that they can get at the moment. But if I could make a change, I would sacrifice a little bit of power with Jia Yifan for a little bit of movement, a little bit of extra speed of movement, so that she could cover the backcourt a little bit better and set Zhang Xian up better at the front court. Others might disagree, but I think Zhang Xian has actually done quite well with, for instance, Zhang Yu. They haven't won that many tournaments, but they've played quite well, been in as far as I recall it on the top of my head, in a number of finals.
The World Championship bronze, Asian Championship
7
final last year, 10 finals altogether.
Yeah. And also the fact that Jia Yifan has played for so many years with Chen Qingchen.
No delay.
Yeah, they played together as juniors, didn't they? 2 Olympic campaigns, 4 World Championship golds, Olympic gold and Olympic silver.
8-7.
But I think that's one of the things with Jia Yifan, perhaps because Zhang Shuxian doesn't command the front of the court in the same way as her former partner. She's a little at a lost at sea, as it were, as to what she should be doing.
Yeah.
Because it's so alien and so different to what she's been used to. Pretty much for all of her badminton career up till now.
And also, Jia Yifan's got to take a different role because Chen Qingchen, the way I saw it, was the sort of like captain of the pair.
Mm.
They've already scored more points than in the first game.
Yeah, well, they've finally brought that run of 5 straight points to an end.
Over 9-8.
Now both going for the kill at the front of the court. Now, if you ask me, that was Jia Yifan's. You know, I don't think it would do Zhang Shuxian's development any harm whatsoever to go back to playing some mixed doubles, you know.
No. I can see what you mean.
10-8.
7 of the last 8 points now to Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning.
I guess you were thinking about the sharpness, being even sharper at the front court from the mixed doubles.
And more aggressive, as I was talking about earlier. I remember Mizaki Matsutomo did that, didn't she?
She did.
And then they ended up
11-8.
winning the Olympic gold medal
Interval.
in women's doubles, having played some mixed to get a little bit sharper. Well, from a 7-3 deficit to an 11-8 lead. Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning.
是，就是那球可能没投到位，上面没投，要不再高一点，再后要不就重一点的可能就快了。他就觉得你这边，你觉得你舒服的方式，你是什么样的
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
一条主，好。
真的？
嗯。嗯。
11-8. Play.
So 11-8, having won 8 of the last 9 points, Liu Shengshu and Tang Ning. And what answers have Jia Yifan and Zhang Shuxian? Well,
12-8.
to the final with errors like that.
No, it's 11-1 since no, it's 9-1. I beg your pardon. Since 7-3 down.
Yeah.
10-1.
13.
And that's the feeling that I'm sitting with, that Tan and Liu, they can sort of tighten the grip whenever they want.
14-8.
11 of the last 12 points.
Yeah.
Well done. By Zhang Xian.
Wet the foot, please. Change. Service over.
Probably the only thing she could do, Tan Ning, there, but a little bit optimistic. I don't think she could play
Thank you.
other shots the way she came forward.
On board.
That's a magnificent shot from Zhang Fan. My goodness
10,
me.
14.
Wonderful block.
You show the position. Thank you. 8 players on board.
And desperately they need a little run right now. Zhang Fan and Zhang Xian. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant intersection from Wu Xiangshu.
15-10.
Close to a slam dunk in badminton.
Yeah.
Looks very much like we're heading to a repeat of the final of the Indonesia Open.
And what a final that was.
Exactly. I wouldn't mind that.
Me neither.
Wait,
both
misunderstanding again.
Yeah. Nice.
Over.
Seems to be a change of tactics from Zhang Fan and Zhang Xian. More willing in the early stages of that rally. Threw in a couple of clears.
Yeah. 40 shots.
Nowhere near the longest though, is it? 67 earlier on in the second game. Look at that defence. Yeah, it's well worked.
Time over. 17-11.
They're
will
challenging.
they won't have any success in that. I know we're far away, but I'll put 2 cups of teas on that one.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. On court. (12, 17). Play.
That's super, isn't it?
Attacking the attack from Zhang.
12.
That was a little look of what on earth do I have to do to win the rally.
Resignation.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, she doesn't have the same power as the 3 other players, but she's also a little bit toward the more flat smashes than getting the ankle in on them.
Two points away from the second consecutive final here at the Japan Open. Liu Xiangshu and Tang Ning.
Over 13, 19.
Good smash.
Powerful.
14, 19.
That situation, it's a good chance to go all the way across as well for Jia Fan. That one, if she'd gone all the way across to the outer side of Tan Ning, that's the threatening left-hand shot.
Double hit.
15, 19.
All of a sudden, it's believable again.
Yeah. It's amazing how quickly things can change.
Yeah.
Taking the foot off the pedal a little bit too early. Liu and Tan.
Just 3 points the deficit now. Oh, just short of that.
20,
low serve,
point, 60.
and that gives match point opportunities. Yeah, it's clearly short. Match point opportunities to last year's champions. Through to a second consecutive final. Much more competitive second game. But my goodness me, last year's champions Liu Xiangchu and Tang Ning looking very impressive indeed.
Match won by Liu Xiangchu and Tang Ning, 21-7, 21-16.
43 minutes for their victory. And we will indeed have a repeat of the magnificent recent Indonesia Open final because they will play against the Malaysians Pearly Tan and Tina Muralitharan in tomorrow's final. But very impressive job today by these two, Liu Xiangchu and Tang Ning. Too physically strong for their opponents today, and their confirmation of the score 21-7, 21-16 in 43 minutes. Well, coming up next, we have the first of the men's singles semi-finals. It's the defending champion, Alex Lanier from France, up against the home player, Koki Watanabe